Well, welcome back to my channel, YouTube friends and family. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. So you've all seen the video where I wear the black apron for Wolf and Stag. I misquoted it as Wolf and Stang the first time, but I've corrected that. So I'm here today to get a makeover. Isn't that exciting? So some of you have asked that I do a makeup video, and I'm not qualified, guys, but I have just the person. So I want to introduce you to Jasper, and she is the founder and CEO of her own business, and I'll let her tell a little bit more about it, but she's going to fix this 60-year-old face. So stay tuned. And we've got the giggles, so you guys are just going to have to like deal with us and adjust that however you need to.
Hi.
This is Miss Jasper. I should tell them how we met, because it's kind of weird.
Yes.
So Jasper worked for my family physician, and she always had to listen to, and you've all met my mom. My mom's quite the character when she goes to the doctor. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, Jasper had to see us each every 3 months, and so we just struck up a friendship. She came to visit me when I had my last back surgery. She was my only visitor, which doesn't speak highly for me. But at any rate, so that's how we met, and we've been friends ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them a little bit about your business.
Well, I launched it during the pandemic, so that probably wasn't the wisest decision. But I launched in 2020. I got the inspiration to do, I've always loved makeup. I got the inspiration to do it after doing my sister's makeup for her wedding.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what gave me the idea.
Oh.
So I just decided I wanted to try and take the leap and make a business. So here I am.
And I'll put the link in the description box to her stuff. So I know a lot of you are local to I'll say, oh gosh, I never tell where I live, greater Dayton area, because I don't live in Dayton. No. So if you have an event, a wedding, a photo shoot, you just want to feel really good about yourself.
Girls' night.
Yeah, girls' night. Definitely, you're going to want to
hit lots of girls' nights.
Hit up Jasper, because she's going to do something with this. Because she made me use a makeup wipe and take off, because I was like, I'm not going out of the house without a little undercover and a little blush.
Paranoid. She looks lovely.
Oh gosh.
You're goofy.
Okay. I'm going to let her tell you what she's going to do. For those of you who are new, I'm 6 years old. I have very dry skin, and lots of fine lines and wrinkles and a big frown line. So we'll see what she can do with
all
that.
The time.
And lots of laugh lines too.
Yes, those are the better ones. So if you have more dry skin or fine lines, anything like that, probably your best thing to start out with, at least for your base, is liquid stuff or just non-powders, and only use powders to set any liquid that you put down. It's going to give you...
Mistake number 1. Just saying. See why I needed her to do the makeup tutorial y'all asked for? Just saying.
It'll just give you more of like a natural glow, and if you are dry or you have more mature skin, it's going to help keep you moisturized throughout the day.
Yep.
Instead of a powder getting cakey and flaky, and because your powder doesn't have anything to adhere to.
And I took my makeup off with, I did want to tell you guys this. You know, I'm a big Walmart shopper. The Equate brand nighttime makeup remover towelettes in lavender. They are lovely. And my skin didn't feel like it's going to crack. No. So they're not overly drying. So.
I know, I love them. So I have really been liking, just for anyone, myself included, doing an underglow look. So that's probably what we'll do on you.
Oh, cool.
So an underglow pretty much means that it gives you a glow from within type of look. So instead of putting most of your contouring pieces like a blush and bronzer and all that on top, you put that down first. So it gives you more of it looks more like your natural glow. So this is the Maybelline Cheek Heat Liquid Blush, and this is in, what color do I have? Pink Scorch.
Ooh,
but
nice.
If y'all want to screenshot it or anything, it'll be backwards, but you can reverse it yourself.
Actually, it comes out the right way. I always think I'm like, I know this is backwards, and then I watch the video, I'm like, okay.
Right. So I like to use my fingers a lot, if you're okay with that. I did sanitize. Everything's clean.
She smells like pineapples. I can attest to it.
So I just like taking, and anytime you put anything on your face, especially near your eyes, it's good to use your ring finger because it's your least strongest finger and won't hurt your face. Or if you're covering like any types of blemishes or anything like that. This is going to look like a lot, so don't panic.
I won't. I can't see that far because I'm 60.
Perfect.
I brought my glasses, but
no, leave those away.
I tried wearing glasses for a couple of videos. I'm sure you all remember, and it was horrible because I could see what I was doing, but then when I try to look at the camera, I'd be like, "Where's the ring light?"
Right.
So
this I do put on a little bit thicker than you would on the top because it's going to have to shine through.
Okay.
Let me turn this way a little bit for me. But you can see I kind of fill out her cheekbone a little bit more because that'll bring definition to the apples of your cheeks, and then just kind of taper it off towards her temple.
Have you ever put makeup on somebody this old?
Once. I think for a wedding. Actually,
was it like the grandmother of the
yes,
bride?
And she was in her 80s. So I have. So what you? You're still, look at you, you're still young and kicking.
Yep. Jasper's actually younger than my son. You all know my son, so.
Barely, though.
Yeah, I'm like twice Jasper's age almost, so. But yeah, I'm just old. I'm just 60.
I'm just old.
Not dead, so I still have interest in makeup, and yeah, I got this red spot on the end of my nose.
I'm not covering that. I'm just gonna bring color to your nose.
Well, I just wanted to share that's like a flaw.
Oh, well, stop telling everybody about your flaws.
Well, you gotta put a bunch of concealer.
You don't have flaws. It just makes you unique. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I need to go grab your
my foundation.
Real quick. No, I have that.
Oh,
I was prepared for that.
Well, so another thing, if you all notice, I look so kind of blotchy. I have poison ivy from here to here, which I've been complaining about bitterly in the last few videos, but you can walk past, that's fine. But I've been spraying Benadryl spray on it, but who knew it will take off your Lee press-on tan, so just be aware because I am so blotchy right now.
It's going to strip you the whole thing.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to spray myself down and let it all melt off.
So. Do it. So this is my new favorite sculpting bronzer.
Ooh.
This is Physicians Formula. I don't know if you'll be able to focus on that. But this has jojoba oil and it is organic.
Nice.
So.
And I like that you're using things that everybody has access to.
Yes.
Now, are you going to use some Lime Life?
I might use some.
If there is a product that you can't get locally, I will link it for you in the description box.
So we're just doing a little bit of contouring. I just like to use this underneath to add a little bit of.
I can pull my hair straight back if you want me to.
Oh no, this is fine.
Okay.
And we'll do a little bit on the chin.
There. Can you make me have like those dimple chins?
Yes. I can put a big dot right on.
This look good on men, not so much on women. No. So
no, we're not doing that. And then I had Kim bring her own foundation because she has a really good match. So this is the Clinique Even Better Refresh Hydrating and Repair. And she uses color 28, which is ivory.
The reason I do like that, guys, is if you do have mature skin, it's
anything hydrating is going to be good.
It's very moisturizing, but it's not super thick. It's not going to cake in your lines, or it doesn't mind. And I got plenty of lines to cake in, so.
So once I have the blush done, I have contour laid down where this will just add like a real slimming look to her nose. This will define her chin a little bit. Stop it.
Are you saying I have a big nose?
I did it to mine this morning. You're
All
fine. And then the cheeks are done. And then when I add contour, I'm going to turn your head this way just a little bit. I just add to the back portion of the face because that's going to draw your face up towards your eyes.
Oh, good.
A lot of people will do their whole entire cheek. And that can just kind of weigh you down once you press anything in. So if you just do the back portion of your cheek like this up to your temple, it really draws like that line up towards your eyes.
Didn't know that.
Learn something new every day.
I hope that, I've never used that with a brush, so.
So I like using a brush, especially, I'm going to turn this way a little bit, especially in the summertime, because it adds a much lighter finish and it's not as heavy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If
It is
you want,
scorching here, guys, by the
yes.
way.
If you want full coverage, use a damp sponge. If you're going to be under a lot of lights all day, if you're going to an event and taking a lot of pictures. But if you want we're just going to do kind of an everyday look.
Good.
So if you want that, a brush is like my favorite.
And I can say that Clinique does feel good. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey.
Yeah, this is a real good light finish.
I forget what the girl told me. I got it at Ulta. You can get it at any department store that sells Clinique, I'm sure, but
yeah,
it's not matte. It's, what would it be? It's not shimmer. What's in between?
it's kind of like a glossy, hydrating.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
She was just like, this is what you need. And I'm like, you're younger than my son. I believe you.
I'm sure you're on YouTube too. So when I put this on, when I'm doing the underglow, I like to do very light strokes down. So that will blend everything together pretty much where I put it and give it a natural fade down your face. So then by the time you get to your neck, everything should be pretty evened out and you won't have that line. Those lines are on your chin, which is awful.
And I'm just going to be honest, I have never gone down onto my neck, so I probably have had those awful lines. And y'all didn't tell me about it. You should have told me.
I would have told you.
Okay.
You're fine. You definitely would have. I would have been like, Kim, we need to have a little bit of a discussion here.
But I have seen that where there's that heavy demarcation line.
Yeah. No, you don't want that.
Do you want me to hold that back?
Nope, I got you.
Okay.
This is my job, not yours.
Okay. You're the expert, right? Oh, goodness.
So then once you get up to this contour line here, I like to do a couple, I don't know if you can see, I'm holding her hair back, a couple little sweeps across like this, just to kind of even it out, and then do that drag down towards your temples. And of course people decide to do lawn work.
Yeah.
When we start filming. So that's
well,
great.
at least the cicadas are fairly quiet.
Yeah.
They just chirped. Did you hear them? They're like, oh no. Oh no.
They know. Don't talk about them. They will hear.
So I have no cicadas at my house, but Jasper's got all the cicadas.
I am infested.
It's amazing.
It's something. Like
and they're
that.
loud.
If you want to call it amazing.
I don't know why I'm closing my eyes, but
I'm saying if this hurts or pokes at all, let me know.
It's good actually.
Okay, good.
But I can tell you guys, I've never spent this much time on my face. So, oh wait, I got an eyelash crisis.
There you go.
Did I get it?
Crisis averted.
Okay. So I've been going to a new lash lady, and this is my first set of lashes, and they are amazing. If you're local and you want the information on the lash lady, I'd be happy to share with you. Send me an email.
She is fabulous.
She is wonderful. But I'm coming up on my 2 weeks since I got them done, so I've lost a few, so I'm about due for a fill.
It's just getting to your fill point. They still look really good on you. I'm going to have you tip your head up just a little bit for me. So that line of contour that I put on your chin, that just brings... So a lot of times we don't like any kind of double chin that we get, especially as girls.
Yes.
So this will keep a line kind of right under where you want your chin to be.
Good.
And detract from that in the light. But it does it in a very subtle way. And then when I did your upper lip, I didn't add any extra product to my brush. When I do the upper lip, I always just try and use what's left over on my brush.
Okay.
That way, because especially as women, that gets very cakey.
Yeah. So
that will keep it from being quite as cakey. Just run over that real quick. There you go. Lovely.
Looks nice so far.
Thanks. Then we'll do a little concealer. This is one of my favorites. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer.
I looked for that, and I can't find it.
Because everyone loves it.
Yeah, I need
So
it.
this is the color Fair Rose. This is what I use, and she's a little more tan than me, but in the face it should be similar enough. It should be similar enough to where we can use it. You always want your concealer, I'm like cutting myself off, to be 2 shades at least lighter than your skin, especially if you're going to use it for any kind of brightening.
Okay.
So.
And dark circles is one of my issues, so.
Same. This is where I use mine. So we do, and I will never put concealer all the way up under your eye because all that's going to do is set in any kind of lines you have.
And it does.
Yes.
I can attest.
So I like to put a couple drops just right here, right where your eye kind of meets your cheekbone. Because this is where you want the light to catch. And it doesn't have to be perfect or spot on. And then I always put a little bit right here in your nose because as women, we carry a lot of redness right there hormonally. But other than that, you really don't have any blemishes or anything to cover, so Miss Perfect.
No, please.
And then I just take this and stipple it in. Let me know if this pokes you. I'm using the soft side of the brush, but.
Girl, I've had kidney stones. This is nothing. You poke me.
You haven't had kidney stones in your eyeball. So.
No, that's true.
Poking your eyeball would feel a lot different.
I'd say one of my biggest makeup challenges is I think I need to put more product on to try to cover the dark circles, and then it gets cakey, so then I try to put powder on to smooth it out, and that just makes it like
worse.
Taffy.
Yeah.
It's terrible, and it balls up.
It's hard though, like it's a hard balance to find. Really though, it's honestly mostly in the type of product. So like if you are dry, you want anything hydrating.
Yeah, that's probably. I was using the Age Rewind, Maybelline Age Rewind. I do like that stuff.
Those are nice.
But I've put on like 14 coats more than what you have, so maybe that's the problem. You guys think that might be the problem? Right. Just thinking.
So for under her nose, I'm just going to use this tapered brush. This is a fluffier tapered brush, so it'll be softer and like that's a very sensitive area. So we're just going to tap that out.
And I do have, as many women do, a few broken vessels, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Not heavy,
well, then
but
it's allergy season, so anytime you blow your nose, you're breaking little tiny vessels in your nose. Yeah, isn't that lovely? Here, turn this way for me.
Well, at least I'm not allergic to cicadas.
Right, I am.
Guys, there's dead ones everywhere, and
oh my God.
If you've never seen a cicada, they have these big buggy red eyes.
They are enormous.
Yeah, they're big.
Enormous.
And they fly into you, and they have a scream. It's a very piercing noise that they make that's horrifying.
Yes. And as big as their eyes are, I was just telling Kim earlier, I'm pretty sure they're blind. Because they will kamikaze run right into you. Anyway, they don't pay any attention. And it's like they don't see you. I'm not a small person. Height or width. I know you saw me.
They may be blind. I don't know about that. This is the 17-year cicadas that some areas are having. About 3 miles from my house where the gorge is, they have them. Mm-hmm. And it was so loud when I went by, I thought I had a tire problem, and I actually rolled the windows down, and I'm like, nope, that's cicadas. So it's a real thing. So leave me a comment below. Do you have cicadas in your area? And if so,
God love you if you do.
Are you enjoying the invasion?
Setting powder.
She's getting a lighter setting powder, so this is really helpful for me, and I hope it is for you as well. I know I do have a variety of ages on the channel, but I can see my demographic, so I know for myself as a young person, I could put pretty much anything on my face, makeup-wise, and it did well. But as I've gotten older, then you start to have the problems of it settles into your creases and your wrinkles, and more is not. Less is better, actually, for me, so.
Mm-hmm. For everybody.
For everybody, yeah. Well, you know, hey, it was the 80s. What can I say?
What are you going to do? Yeah. So this is a Lime Life one I'm using. I'm like down to bare bones, so it looks all crumbly. But this is just a translucent setting powder. So if you have a translucent powder that you like, you can use that. Or if you have a color powder that matches your skin, you can use that. But I like setting any kind of liquid that I put down, because as your face is warm, your body is constantly warm. It's keeping that makeup heated up. So your liquids don't always dry all the way down. So if you don't set it, it's not going to stay where you put it.
And I'll be sure to link, and I've done it before for you guys, to Jasper's Lime Life. Lime Life is a professional line of makeup, but I like that she uses a variety of products that work, that are affordable and look good and work good.
I just like using, excuse me, things that anybody can get. And I've had just about every skin problem on the planet. I've had horrendous acne for most of my life. And then when I hit my 30s, it went from that to psoriasis and dry skin and dry patches. So that was a completely different ball game. I'm going to turn this way a little bit.
And I've had like 3 blemishes in my life. So I've always had dry skin.
Lucky.
Yeah, and my dad had really bad acne, so.
Both of my parents did, and I think it went all the way back to their grandparents. So
it's
I was
highly
doomed.
genetic, I think. My mom had none. My sister had bad acne.
But it's switching so suddenly to dealing with psoriasis and dry. I had no idea what to do, because being a like more greasy sided person or oily person, everything I had was powdered. So then all of a sudden it went to where everything was caking everywhere, and I looked like a shedding cicada all the time. It was horrible.
We'll look back on this with all the cicada references and just die.
What?
17 years from now, we'll be like, hey, remember? They're
I
back.
told you, next time they come out, I'll be 50.
Yeah, I'll be 77, guys. 77.
Maybe you won't be able to hear them.
We can always hope for that, right?
You might be deaf. So I'm just making sure that this gets set and blended downwards really well, just so it's a clean, kind of flawless look. And I never sweep or brush or go back and
she's
forth.
Like dabbing.
Yeah, it's called stippling or dabbing. And that is because any kind of sweeping motion that you do causes friction on your face. And it can make your makeup pill up in different areas.
Problem number 2 solved. Or 3 or wherever you are.
It'll usually set where you want it to and then stay.
So a lot of times in the morning I'm talking to Jasper on an app called Marco Polo while I'm putting on my makeup, and she's probably over there going, no girl, don't do that.
No, I don't.
Because I do all that stuff. Man, I grind it in. I didn't know.
But you don't use that much either.
No, I don't.
So it's not that bad. So then once I've set my whole face, I will usually take my ring finger again in my powder, and I will set this.
You need to invest in some.
Girl, I need more. I have other ones, but I think they would have been a little too dark.
Ah, okay.
So a translucent is always nice to have on hand because it goes with any skin tone. It literally matches. Translucent is see-through, so it matches anything that you have underneath. You don't have to worry about it being the exact color. So if you go to the makeup aisle and the powders overwhelm you, just get a translucent one and call it a day. You'll be fine.
Because I have some that are too light, and they'll give you like a ghostly look.
Yeah, you look dead. Not you personally, but
hey, thanks.
anyone. So I'm just going to take this and put where it can kind of crease. So we put extras on here earlier. We're going to make sure we set that really good.
Yeah, see, I just kind of do a look and a promise. Like if it gets to my face and gets rubbed around, I pretty much quit. So
yeah,
this is a good lesson. See, guys, why I couldn't do a tutorial, even though I appreciated your vote of confidence.
And look up for me. I'm just going to make sure we set under your eyes real good because...
That's probably going to need 5 layers.
Stop it.
I don't know if you got enough left in that little palette.
Stop it. So when I set under eyes, I always do directly under the eye because that's where you get like laugh lines and wrinkles. And then I will do where we paid a little extra attention down here where dark circles are.
And I am using a product, but the name, I told you what it is. Beekman.
Yes.
Beekman. It's a reparative eye serum that I got in my BoxyCharm box, and I really think
You
it's
said you
helping.
really liked it, yeah. I've seen a difference just in when we talk on Marco Polo.
Aha. So there's a professional's
There we go. What do you think so far?
I can't see that far, girl. Oh my gosh, look how natural I look. Wow. And I know my hair's like, wah, way back, but wow. And yeah, my eyebrows are all bleached out. Hey, I'm going to grab my tea or my water. I guess it's water. This chair kind of creeps me out, guys. So
She's sitting in my director's chair, and it's very creaky.
I got on it, and I'm like,
I'm like almost 6 foot tall and like 9,000 pounds. If it holds me, it'll be fine.
I'm a lightweight girl. Okay. And we just had Mexican, and it was so delicious. That was my first eating out since COVID started, since before COVID.
And we got to go together.
I know, it was fun.
So this I'm just going to use as a base on top of your eye. This is Elf. They don't put the name of what it is. All they have is this color. It's called Nude Linen. I got this actually on the Elf website. And then they have a very dark color. And it's just, I believe it's in the eye makeup section of the website. And it's just used as a base.
Like a primer, kind of? Okay. I know what primer means.
So it has a little doe foot like this, which I really like. Let me close your eyes. So I just use a very little bit because you want something for your eye makeup to adhere to, but you don't want to overdo it.
And I am not a huge fan of eye primers.
Yeah.
Then when you try to put eyeshadow on, many times for me it will grab.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, now what do I do? Because I've got this.
Some of them are like that for extremely dry skin people because you need that. They need that something for the eye makeup to adhere to. So some primers you have to read are tacky. They're meant to dry down tacky. So if you don't like that, or if you're using a color that would be really hard to manipulate on that, just be mindful of that.
Yeah, the Urban Decay is what I have, and it would be good if you were making yourself up for Halloween or you wanted like a really dramatic nighttime look or something, but it definitely grabs.
Okay, so this palette we're going to use on Kim, I just want to do like kind of a natural, but a very light, like a brown smoke. It's one of my favorite like everyday looks to do. So this is one of my favorite palettes to use. This is called the Killer Purr. And it is by a private owned or like indie brand company called Menagerie Cosmetics.
And I'll link to their Instagram because
I love them so much.
I love Purple Shadow, and they have a killer palette, but it's been out of stock, so we're on the waiting list. So
it's coming back in July.
July. Oh,
July.
Yes. Yeah.
But they make them themselves. They make all of their artwork is animal themed. Everything is like cruelty-free, vegan, and the quality is insanely good.
And affordable, too.
Yes, they're not bad at all. They have lip products, so they have all kinds of stuff. So this is let me cover this mirror so you're not blind. This is the Color Story. Very pretty.
And what's the one called? Fanciful Flight or Flight of Fancy?
No. It's called Flight Club.
Flight Club.
Fanciful Flight.
It's got a bat on it. That's all I could, right? Doesn't it have a bat on it? Okay.
They made a pun on Fight Club, so it's Flight Club. Fanciful Flight. That's what it's called now.
Okay.
Fanciful Flight. We're going to do, so I'm going to just go into this color called, actually, no, hold on. We're going to do your crease first.
And she's got this really neat little thing she can keep all of her, like a tool belt.
Except I can't see under my...
I wasn't going to point that out.
I will, because they're probably going to see me do it, so I'm just going to call myself out.
So eye makeup is probably my favorite, next to undercover. It's probably my favorite part of doing makeup, because you can make yourself look so differently.
Mm-hmm. So I am a huge fan, supporter, whatever you want to call it, of doing something in your crease first. That way it makes everything easy to blend into. It makes it very cohesive, and then you can blend it out to your skin color when you get up to your brow. So I think we're just going to do this color called Chase It's just a real light, neutral kind of skin tone color.
I thought she was pointing to the yellow, and I was going to be like, wait.
Yeah, we're going to put that right in through your whole crease. Maybe look at this a little bit.
So I have big round eyes and little eyelids.
Girl, I got you. I've done just about every eye shape, I'm pretty sure, that you can imagine.
My mom, actually, I'm going to tell on my mom. She had very
Which means she won't
Asian...
be watching this episode.
Yeah. Thank goodness Mom doesn't have internet. So only if I show her will she see it. She had very Asian eyes, like no lid at all.
And when she smiles, they like disappear. It's so cute.
Well, but she had her eyelids done.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't look like Mom. She got a round eye. Probably shouldn't have said that.
I'm dying.
Okay. Actually, though, she had it done because her lids had fallen so much it was impairing her vision.
Yeah.
Or that's the story Mom gave. So we'll stick with that. Don't
She
tell
just
her I
wanted
told
to
you.
have some cosmetic surgery done.
Yeah, I'm kind of
We know
hoping
her.
it's genetic.
We know her. All right, and then now I'm going to do Pride, the darker color on the outside. And I'm using that same tapered brush that I used to set her concealer. So,
My nose redness.
Stop it. So I'm just going to pat this with the angle going up so it'll follow the shape of her eye. And then just these are very, very pigmented, so you don't need a lot, which is lovely. And then I'm just going to flip the brush around so it contours the top part of her
So
eye.
you're stippling,
Yes.
me. So there's mistake number 11, because I always try to brush it on. And I do have the full set of Lime Life brushes. You've all seen it in my vanity video. And they're amazing brushes. And I have other brands of brushes that I found when I did my whole room clean out. Just saying.
Turn this way a little bit.
I thought it was a little purse, but it was full of lovely makeup
Oh
brushes.
yeah, I forgot that
Still
you
haven't
found that.
used them. I'm like, because
But
they're
they
new.
look cute though.
Yeah, and they look pretty good quality, actually.
Yeah. I thought they looked really cute. But I like these angled brushes because it pretty much does the work for you. You just turn the brush a couple different ways.
Let me see which one you're using.
This one?
Do I have that?
I don't think so.
No, I don't have that one.
I can
How do I
get you the
have
link to this one?
the brushes? I have the like it's as wide as the whole vanity, and I don't have that one.
This one, honestly, I think I got off of Amazon.
Ah,
I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes I'll want specific shapes for different eye shapes, or as I started working on more people, I was seeing kind of some things I was missing. I have about 3 or 4 different brush sets
I don't feel
from
so bad
different
now.
companies. Cause I just want a little bit of everything from. Nobody has everything all in one.
They really don't,
So I
but
just got
Lime Life has a lot.
I love the Lime Life ones a lot. And another thing, if you have blue, greeny blue, or gray eyes, browns are real good. Browns are lovely. And I like doing the stipple technique because it gives you more control. You have a lot less fallout, which is where the makeup will fall down on your under eye.
And then you have to spit wash it off.
Yep. And you can control the depth of the shade.
Yeah, I can really tell a difference. I hope you guys can see how she's just dabbing. And when I brush, then the bristles flex and it all falls out under my eyes. And when you try to brush it off, then you just have streaks of dark eyeshadow under your eyes.
And
So.
fall out everywhere. All over
Plus,
everything.
she's tapping her brush, which I never do that either. So, yeah. Lessons for both of us.
So this little palette, I actually adore this palette. It's called the Wildflowers palette.
Okay.
This is from Tory Bell, which is actually the magnetic lash company.
Oh, Lord.
I have a friend that sells those, and she knows those aren't really my favorite, but that I love eyeshadows, so I had to get this one from her. So if you know a Tory Bell's girl, hit her up for the Wildflower palette, or if you need one, leave a comment and one of us can get you my girl. But this is what that looks like.
That's very pretty. What do you're not using green, are you?
No.
Okay.
Calm down.
Don't like green.
I know. So we're going to do, actually the colors are on the back of this. So this is Primrose, this kind of yellowy gold. I didn't want to use a real bright gold. And then we're going to go on top with this. This looks very glittery, but it sets down very light. I'll use just this sometimes. And that is called Cornflower.
Gets hot in here quick, don't it, girl?
I told you. We're almost done. All right. And then this I'm just going to use to fill in the rest of her lid.
So I really like the, I'll call it concealer, the base you put on my eyelids.
Yes.
Because
that was very light.
I think that is a good option to keeping things from, you know, your eyeshadow at the end of the day, ladies, will crease up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that is one thing primer
that.
will keep it from doing if it doesn't grab.
Right. Yeah, sometimes the grab is good for certain looks, but definitely not all of them. That's for sure.
Well, the grab would probably be better if you're dabbing than swooping. So that's probably part of it.
That could be. I mean, we're not going to place blame on anyone here, but...
Just saying. Yeah, I was so honored that people were saying, oh, you need to do a makeup tutorial.
You do a good job on your makeup, though, by yourself.
All by myself.
And
but I thought, you know, why not bring in an expert and then I'll learn from her and then maybe I can do something later down the road with her cosmetics.
Mm-hmm. That's something that's coming. I'm working on it.
Did I?
No, it's announced. You're good. Okay. I'm working on my...
Big mouth.
I have lip glosses. Well, my first lip gloss launching next month. And then I'm working on stuff for later in the fall to further the line. And there may or may not be eyeshadows in that.
So we will be talking about that.
We shall see how it goes. It's going to go good. I don't know what I'm saying.
It's going to go great.
I'm very excited. I'm excited that I can talk about it now. I've been sitting on this secret for months.
Well, and I've known it a little minute, so then I was like, oh, crud, I just blew it.
No, you didn't. No, Kim is like my social media and business inspo. She does so good.
We got to do the LLC thing, too, while I'm here.
She's also my LLC helper. Told you, she's like all things business.
Well, having worked and helped
this way, a little bit. There we go. I just want to make
helped
sure
people open their own home care franchises. I got a lot of knowledge across the U.S. because it's different in every state, believe it or not, of course, about how to open business, and it can be county-based, city-based, it can
state.
And I did it for my soap business too. So.
Yeah, she knows all the things. So I'm just going to take the brush that we use to set her powder, and I usually like to squeeze like this and just flatten it out, and look up for me, and just go under and make sure I get any, we had very little fallout, but
good. Just
make sure I get any little bit. And sometimes having a little bit, like some of the glitter down here, isn't bad because it just adds a little more sparkle. And just kind of ties it all together for you. All right, we're going to do your brows.
Oh, goodness.
Kim hates her brows.
So I was going to try to like shape my brows this morning and that didn't happen. So I hate plucking my eyebrows and they bleached out from the sun and then they grow back in darker. So I kind of look like an alley cat.
No, you don't.
A little bit. A little bit.
All right. So I'm just using, this is by Anesthetica. I believe I got this off of Amazon also. But it has pretty much everything you need. If you have trouble with your brows and need help like starting out, this is a great set for it. It has tweezers, has a little spoolie and a brush, and it has guides so you can match the shape of your brow and learn how to do them. It's got like every color under the sun.
Does it have caterpillar in there as a shape?
So I am, just to get hers to lay down, just going to very lightly tap this in a little bit of brow wax. And just kind of shape.
So true and funny story. One of my employees when I worked, she said, oh, I got my eyebrows waxed and they just look awful. And I said, because at the time I didn't, well, I still don't really poke my eyebrows. I've never touched my eyebrows. And I was like, oh, I don't need to, mine are blonde. And she was like, yeah, you do. So I went to get them waxed and it was horrible. Not painful. It just, they came out really uneven and yeah. So
I don't think I could do it.
Since then, it's just like a bee sting, like
I hate bees.
Not as bad as a kidney stone, so there you
that's
go.
True. Okay, well, make me feel like a wuss. That's fine. So I'm just gonna go in with like a blonde shade that I have.
This is always a big challenge for me because I'm so used to you not being able to see much in the way of eyebrows that when I try to do it, I think I look like Groucho Marx. So, or like I drew them on with a Sharpie.
When you have blonde color, you don't want to do a whole lot. Like adding any kind of color is going to define the shape and kind of make it look like you have more. Yeah.
And I think that's a universal problem as we mature. You lose brows.
Yes, or they just become kind of splotchy. Yeah. You'll lose.
Or they grow up on your forehead where you don't need them.
So I'll just kind of taper them off out here. You do have really good brow shape, though.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So you're not going to be like, yeah, you should have plucked them.
No. I'm telling you, you have people give you the worst quote-unquote compliments.
That's
backhanded compliments.
25-year-old friend that's not my friend anymore. That said that.
Perfect. Yeah. That makes sense.
Sometimes, guys, you have people that are toxic in your life and you should cut them loose.
You just got to give them the snip. Oh, it's good. I like that color on you.
Yeah, I like... Oh, gosh, that looks really natural. Oh, I love my eyes. You guys like my eyes? And yeah, I have more lashes on this side than this side, but that's okay.
So, yeah, she has lashes done, so I'm not going to do anything mascara-wise.
Hand me the mascara. I'll even them up.
Okay, we can do that. But I am going to use... This is one of the other Lime Life things I'm going to use. This. It's down pretty far because I use it a lot. But it's just the nude pencil. This is a dual end. You can either get dual-ended ones or you can get it just a single color. I'm going to have you look up for me. And you can blink if you need to. You're not going to mess me up.
Contact lens wearer, I ever blink.
I'm just going to real lightly put this on her waterline.
So that's behind your lashes.
So your waterline is when if you like pull your bottom lash down, it's literally the top part of your bottom lashes. So it's the waterline of your bottom lash. If your eye's watered, that's where it would go up to before it spilled over. It's the line.
And I've always used white, so this is better.
You can use white, but I'm a big fan of the nude, especially if you're wanting it to look more natural. This will give more of the look like, gosh, your eyes are so bright. Like, what did you do? Woke up.
I need bright eyes.
There we go.
I gotta get up here to see. Okay, you guys see what she did? That really looks natural, and it does give you that wide awake look.
And then you want to, I will let clients a lot do their mascara first, and then I'll touch up any spots. So
I just want to put a little bit on this side.
Fill in, okay. And then,
Lash Obsessed by Palladio.
Palladio, yep. I had to look and remember the brand for a second.
And I'm only going to put a little bit just to even it up.
So I like letting people do at least the first part because it takes away the nerves of someone else being in your eyeball. And most girls do their own mascara so they can just whip it on real quick and not mess anything up. If you do mess anything up or get spots, it's super easy to get off.
What do you think? You think it's enough?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I don't want a bunch.
I think it's good. All right, and then the last part we're going to do is set it.
Yeah. And then we're going to have to go walk around with the cicadas and be like, look at my makeup.
Actually, let me blend
Oh,
out.
goodness.
I can't see.
So this is the first video I've done where I'm not like in total charge, so it's a little
Right.
different. Yeah.
Right, I know. Look at you. Handing over the reins a little bit. I'm just blending this top part of her eyeshadow out a little bit more.
Now, if I was being super fancy, I could have put mascara on my bottom lashes, which are white as snow. And it's not an easy thing to do, and I usually end up with lots of spit washing. So I thought I would spare you all that where you're licking the Q-tip and getting it off your face.
She turns into Frankie. So I'm just going to spray this on. Make sure we set all your spots. There we go.
All right, guys. Well, I can tell you, I look, tip me up. I look very natural. I love it. Love, love, love it. Now, my hair's pretty ratty, but you know, this is a nice daytime look. It's even, you could just like add a little bit more color or a lip if you wanted to have it for night. So I
use
really,
a little bit of liner on the top. We can put, actually, let's put like a little natural lip on you.
Okay.
Stop it.
I don't like
I
bright
guess I'm
lips.
using more Lime Life than I thought. This is Lime Life also. This is birthday cake.
Oh yeah.
This is one of my favorites.
Does it taste like birthday cake?
I wish, no.
Oh. Well, the bad thing about tasting lip products is you eat them off. So.
That's true.
That's my color too.
Say it like I don't know you.
I never had anybody put makeup
on me.
Makeup on me.
Really?
Ever.
What? What you been doing with
You
your
know how
life?
all the ladies in the cosmetic counters at the department stores are like,
yes.
free makeovers today. I'm always like afraid they'll poke my eye out or something.
No, don't be in a hurry, man, please.
Or, you know, make me look so bad that you're like,
Go like that.
won't want to
There we
walk
go.
through the mall. There you go. Now I don't look pasty. Lip. Love the eyes.
Good.
See how it's like
And then if you
contoured.
go out or you need to turn that into a night look, you can just deepen that with adding more color, adding more brown, maybe a little eyeliner.
Yeah.
Done in 5 minutes.
But we don't need eyeliner for the cicadas, do we?
No.
Well, I want to thank Jasper and thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button. If you have an event coming up, don't forget Jasper can do day looks, photo shoots, weddings, special events, just because you want to be pampered, or have a girls' night. That would be really fun too.
Those are fun. Wine
So,
nights.
Look in the comments, or not the comments, in the description box below. If you're not already subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and then ring the bell to be notified of all new videos. So thanks again,
You're welcome.
and I will see you all later this week. Take care.
Bye.